Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're gonna find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, massive adoption from big US banks. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? So guys, if you've been in this space for any time at all, one thing you know for a fact is the amount of conjecture and argument and everything else about whether or not Ripple will even ever be using XRP with major banks inside the United States. Well, guys, a proverbial bomb was just dropped off in this space over the last few days. Now, just take a look at this article right over here, just released here on February 6th today. Ripple's XRP eyeing fresh trillion-dollar payments market amid calls for massive adoption by big US banks. Now, guys, just listen to this right down here. In a bold move, cross-border remittance giant Ripple is set to re-engage with the US market following a partial victory against the US Securities and Exchange Commission mid last year. And of course, that's where Judge Annalisa Torres literally gave the designation to XRP that it is not a security, especially, of course, in the secondary market. Now, the decision comes after about 3 legal battles that had left the company's future in the U.S. uncertain. In a LinkedIn post last week, Oliver Sorgiva, head of product marketing at Ripple, shared insights into the company's plans and highlighted Ripple's plan to make a comeback to the US and launch new products. Just listen to this. After being relatively quiet for the past 3 years in the US for Ripple payments, we're geared up to announce new product updates powered by our money transmitter licenses that cover the majority of US states, wrote Sorgiva. He disclosed that Ripple will host a fintech meetup at its new San Francisco headquarters on February 7th to kick off their renewed focus on the US market. The event will feature a panel discussion on Ripple's blockchain and payments outlook for 2024, with key executives including Brendan Barry, Pagan Sultani, and CTO David Schwartz. Ripple's renewed optimism in the U.S. market stems from recent legal clarity. Ripple executives, led by CEO Brad Garlinghouse, have consistently underscored the importance of a regulatory certainty in facilitating Ripple's operational effectiveness. Now, guys, we know that. We know that we need to see legitimate institutional adoption. It's not going to happen until we see legitimate regulatory clarity, and that is an absolute fact. Now, Ripple has already made substantial progress in its global expansion efforts, prioritizing regions with regulatory clarity, including the UK, Dubai, Europe, Singapore, and the Middle East. Notably, Monica Long, Ripple's president, revealed last year that the firm was ready to make a comeback in the trillion-dollar U.S. market following the July 2023 ruling by Judge Annalisa Torres, declaring a partial victory for Ripple in the SEC versus Ripple case, determining that XRP, Ripple's native token, is not a security. With Ripple's general counsel, Stuart Alderati, also stated that they were conducting talks with U.S. banks about using Ripple's on-demand liquidity product, which utilizes, guys, as we know, XRP for money transfers. And you have SBI Remit out there in the Southeast Asian market, and I'll tell you what, they're using XRP to the billions of dollars a day with Ripple's payments, and they're literally declaring that every bank in Japan is going to be utilizing XRP by 2025. Now, that is a bold statement. It shall be recalled that in November, anticipating increased interest from American financial institutions, Ripple introduced Ripple Payments. This product ensures a seamless cross-border payment solution, providing businesses with accessible blockchain infrastructure for swift and efficient transactions. That said, for the crypto community, Ripple's re-engagement with the US market, where it was initially found it could act as a bullish catalyst for Ripple's ecosystem growth and XRP's price recovery. And guys, just recently we had the Bank of America come out and absolutely solidify that they are in partnership with Ripple. Now, guys, just check this out right here, because we are getting a lot of FUD around this little doohickey right here. Ripple's XRP evolves with clawback function, enhancing security and fueling price growth. Now, guys, this is not what a lot of folks out there are trying to describe that it is. And in fact, we're going to find out in this article right here. Now, the proposal to modify and incorporate a claim mechanism in the XRP ledger is marked as a significant milestone. The XRP community has already demonstrated strong support for this initiative with, get this, 94% of affirmative votes from unique validators. But what does this change really imply, and how is it going to affect the sector? And here's a tweet right here where it comes out: XRP Ledger Clawback Amendment flag got set. The Ledger set the ETA for activation. Now it's all coming together, folks. First, let's explore what this claim function is about. Designed to give issuers more control over their distributed assets. This is not a clawback of XRP. It is a clawback of tokens that are issued through ecosystems that are built on top of the XRP ledger, but they do not include XRP. And this is a major, major deal, especially when you're talking about money service businesses and banks that want to utilize the XRP ledger for that cross-border and remittance payments. Now, just listen to this. Imagine an issuer discovering that tokens were sent to a compromised account. With this function, they could recover those funds, thus resolving legal issues and, get this, guys, complying with judicial mandates. David Schwartz, Ripple's chief technology officer, clarifies that this feature will allow token issuers to reclaim specific amounts of tokens issued from current holders. This could effectively resolve legal disputes in a big way. Now, listen to what David says right here. My initial reaction was that this is redundant. There's really nothing you can do with a clawback that you can't do with a freeze feature that issued assets already have. But there is an important difference. The primary use case would be assets that present actual legal challenges. Now listen to this right here. Not many might think, isn't this similar to the existing freezing function? Here comes the crucial distinction. The claim is not an all or nothing like freezing. It's more precise, allowing for less intrusive and specific actions, which of course is what's needed with money service businesses and when you're talking about cross-border payments and remittances with major banks. Consider assets representing real legal obligations, like a stablecoin redeemable for cash. If a legal obligation ceases to exist due to external reasons like a court order, there must be a way to reflect this in the ledger. Otherwise, it would be impossible to have assets representing these obligations on the XRP ledger. For example, a frozen asset may still be a legal obligation of the issuer or not, depending on the context. This ambiguity complicates the accurate representation of the issuer's legal obligations in the ledger, affecting accountability and auditability. Guys, it's right there. Boom. These major institutions, they literally have their transactions must be audited and provide liquidity provisions for security and ensuring that the right recipients are the ones receiving what they're obligated to receive, and that those that are obligated to pay actually follow through on their obligation in a smart contract setup. Well, guys, if you have it where it becomes, excuse me, absolutely immutable, then that option is off the table, which would make it impossible for regulatory compliance with these major money service businesses and banks. This is a big time deal for the XRP ledger because it facilitates that functionality. Now listen to this. For these reasons, the claim becomes a valuable tool, although nothing can be done with the claim that can't be done with freezing. The precision and lesser intrusion of the claim are key aspects. It's like comparing a surgical operation to a large-scale treatment. Both are effective, but one is more precise and with fewer side effects. A legitimate concern is that being a more surgical tool, the claim might be used more frequently. To illustrate this, imagine an analogy. If Russia only had nuclear weapons, they probably wouldn't invade Ukraine. But having more precise options increases the likelihood of action. Thus, the claim becomes a more valuable option for specific situations compared to freezing, which would be the quote-unquote nuclear option. Now, it's important to note that issuers must opt to enable the claim before issuing their assets. Guys, it has to be written right in to the code of these ecosystems. And guys, it is not written in to the XRP ledger for the native asset XRP. You do not have to lose sleep over this. Your XRP cannot be clawed back. That is a fact, Jack. Now, this gives freedom to users if they do not wish to have assets susceptible to claim or freezing. They can simply choose not to use them. Additionally, remember that XRP having no issuer can never be subject to a claim or freezing. This functionality is not unique to the XRP ledger. Other blockchains with stablecoins already incorporate similar mechanisms. However, its inclusion in the XRP ledger simplifies processes and procedures when interacting with stablecoins, especially benefiting auditors and other institutions that require standardized processes. And guys, what are we talking about right there? Read between the lines. Regulatory clarity and regulatory adoption. Massive adoption with big banks, which absolutely Ripple is out targeting to utilize their Ripple payments. Big deal. Now, guys, something else that I think is important that we touch on is this right over here. Small SEC victory against Ripple XRP. And again, right out today on February 6th. A U.S. judge has ordered Ripple Labs to provide its historical financial statements, responding to a long-standing request from the Securities and Exchange Commission, according to court documents. The SEC initiated legal action against Ripple over 3 years ago, accusing the company, of course, of conducting unregistered sales of its XRP cryptocurrency. Well, guys, what basically happened is Judge Netburn came along and said, hey, Ripple, you're going to have to cough up these financial records for 2022 and 2023 and divulge details regarding proceeds from institutional sales of XRP as part of the process to determine the necessary and fairness potential of an injunction. And the thing is this, guys, when it comes to these sales that Ripple had, almost all these sales post this claim, this judgment or whatever, this initiation of this case, have been made to people that are outside of the United States. And the thing is this, the SEC has no jurisdiction over their transactions. Now, there was a Supreme Court case, the Morrison case, that literally you could see XRP, Ripple using to say, hey, listen, these were to institutions outside of the United States in jurisdictions where XRP was never classified as a security and therefore does not fall under the jurisdiction of the SEC because it was not being sold to U.S. corporations, regardless whether it's a U.S. corporation doing the selling. These legal jurisdictions around the wide world have sovereign nation states that absolutely get to determine what their legal process is. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is a whole dog and pony show. That's why I really love this article where it says small SEC victory, because you got all these other articles out there saying, oh, this is a major case. Guys, the fact of the matter is, it's just disclosure. That is it. Whether it will lead to absolutely anything is probably not even going to happen. Yes, it may prolong the whole case, but it's not going to amount to a hill of beans in my estimation of what's going down. But of course, the fudsters are out there and they're pumping this and banging the drum like absolute crazy. Guys, I'm telling you what, when you see this stuff going on and you're watching XRP evolving in its ecosystem, and let's not forget about the automated market makers that have also received, approval and validation and will soon be implemented as well. And you're watching Ripple and XRP eyeing fresh trillion-dollar payments market amid calls for massive adoption by big US banks. Guys, in my estimation, when this thing absolutely takes off, it is going to leave people literally blown away with their mouths hanging open, absolutely gobsmacked. And I'm telling you guys, what I really believe is going to happen coming down the road is it is going to leave people totally dumbfounded, because most of these guys are not even expecting anything to happen. And right now, you're able to get in on some of these assets sub 50 cents. Just look down the road. Where is the wide world going? We know that distributed ledger technology is literally paving the way for the future that you and I are going to be moved into. That is a fact, Jack. And this is where our confidence is. Judy and I'm telling you what, we are 100% convinced nobody could shake us out of our position, because we've taken the time to go out there, do our due diligence, and research it. And we have got our ticket, like I always say. And I cannot wait till we can get into that rocket ship and blast right through the stratosphere. So guys, one thing that I can tell you from personal experience is you are going to thank yourself that you took the time to get your plan in place before this next bull run absolutely takes off. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigital.outlook.com, and we'll get you all booked in. So guys, this is the video I have for you today, and as always, I truly hope that you enjoyed it. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to put your comments right down there in the comment section and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our regularly released videos. So, in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.